Who are the top 10 best women in the WWE? I purposely worded that question very vaguely because I'm going to be having a multitude of different things go into this ranking. From just pure on like star power, how they're received, like the cheers they get when they come out, to maybe their in-ring ability, to maybe their mic skills, to maybe their charisma. There's just multitude of different things that go into this type of ranking that I had to word this question very vaguely. But I'll be honest with you, I'm probably got a few sneaks on here if you want to call it, but I'm kind of basing this off my own opinion, so there's probably a little bit of bias in here if you want to call it that. I don't think there is, because I think it's pretty damn accurate, but I would love to know what you guys think down below in the comment section. Let's get into it. In my number 10 position, I have Roxanne Perez from Monday Night Raw. I think Roxanne Perez has been doing a phenomenal job so far on Monday Night Raw. She has fit in almost seamlessly with Judgment Day. Now, obviously, a lot of that is because she's being put with Finn Balor almost immediately, and I think that is absolutely phenomenal for her because people don't utilize Finn Balor the way you'd think they do. I mean, we want him to be utilized in the ring and stuff like that, but they're utilizing him more as a mentor role right now, which is obviously very smart of them to do, and it's honestly a perfect fit for them because Finn Balor is a sneaky heel. He's that devious heel, and so is Roxanne Perez, so it's almost like they fit seamlessly together. God, I can't say that word. But yeah, I think Roxanne Perez's in-ring ability is phenomenal. Her mic skills is getting better and better as she goes about it a little bit more. Obviously, it's a little rough around the edges, but I think she is getting there. And then her charisma, I think she's working on that as well. I think that's something she's got to work on a little bit. Let the crowd kind of care about you a little bit more. I think they do, but I think that's the NXT part of the crowd. I think that is only the people who've really watched NXT who have cared about her. So in order to get over, she's got to be a little bit better on the microphone, add a little bit more charisma to her character, and I think she's there. I think she is very, very close to being a breakout superstar. I really do like Roxanne Perez. In my number 9 position, I have Lyra Valkyria from Monday Night Raw. Lyra just came off of a very, very, very good Intercontinental Championship reign. She was the inaugural Intercontinental Champion, and I think she did phenomenal towards the end of it. After WrestleMania is when her entire reign started to pick up, and that is when Becky Lynch turned heel. I think Becky Lynch absolutely put her over. I think Becky Lynch helped her in so many different ways on the main roster. Yes, Becky and Lyra had matches down in NXT, but that was for NXT. Now this is for the main roster, and she's doing this exact same thing for Lyra again. Even though Becky has the title, I think we can all agree that Lyra will eventually take that title back. I don't think Lyra is being moved up anytime soon. There might be a random match that she has with Io Sky, but aside from that, I think it's more or less to give Io Sky new opponents, so then Io has a little bit more to her resume as a champion, which I would be for, because honestly, she needs other people now that Liv Morgan is injured. So yes, I think Lyra Valkyria, though, has had a great run on the main roster so far. I think not many people really enjoy her character as much because she was working on her charisma for like a good majority of the year, and I think Becky Lynch really pulled that charisma side out of her, and I think it has helped her so much. And then we got to see her mic skills, and that was phenomenal, and she's already a great in-ring worker. Lyra Valkyria is almost there, man. I think she just has a little bit more than what Roxanne Perez had, so that's kind of why I put her higher. But I think the mic skills, they're there. I think the in-ring ability is there. I think she is honestly just working on her charisma at this point. Lyra is almost there, just like Roxanne Perez. I really do enjoy Lyra Valkyria. In my number 8 position, I have Naomi from Smackdown. I think Naomi has done a phenomenal job with this heel run of hers. I think she is somebody that has really caught my eye with how good she's been doing lately. I think I remember having a video out there where I was like, I don't understand this hype for Naomi, and then I got blasted for it, which understandably so. I mean, I didn't realize her heel work was this damn good, but she honestly is one of the most entertaining things about SmackDown right now, and there's quite a few going on right now. So to give her one of those spots, that's really good on Naomi's part. I think Naomi is one of the best heels that WWE has right now, and it is unfortunate that she is not on Monday Night Raw, because now that Monday Night Raw just lost their biggest heel, we need her on Raw. And yes, I'm kind of on the Raw side of things. I'm more of a Raw guy. I don't really like SmackDown as much, but Naomi, she's made me like SmackDown a little bit more, because there's just parts of SmackDown become a lull, become a little bit not as entertaining to watch. So for her to go out there and basically make it entertaining, that's been awesome. I really do enjoy making this video, because things like this, she's just so good. I really enjoy watching her. She's taken this heel character and just ran with it. I don't really know if they had much with her, because it felt like almost as if this heel character kind of came out of nowhere. It's almost like they didn't have a plan for the whole Jade Cargill attack, and then they just kind of was like, you know what, let's just give it to Naomi, why not? And they kind of just went with it, which I guess is fine, I don't know, but they made it work. And this feud with Jade's been pretty good so far. I think Naomi's obviously been the bright part about this feud. I think she's obviously carried it in a sense. But if we are going to what I think we're going to, which Naomi cashing in on Tiffany Stratton, and then having the World Championship, and then possibly there being a match at SummerSlam, or I don't want it to be at Evolution, but maybe she cashes in at Evolution on Tiffany. But I think at SummerSlam we need to have a triple threat match between Naomi, Bianca, and Jade. I think that is what they need to work towards. I know Bianca is not supposed to be medically cleared until around SummerSlam time, so it'd almost be perfect for Bianca to get right into a title picture match, and who knows, maybe she'd win the belt. I have no idea, but I think that is something they need to look to with Naomi, because Naomi's just been a fun heel so far, and she needs a little bit more than just the Money in the Bank briefcase. And I swear she better not be one of those failed cash-ins. That just better not happen. But yes, I think Naomi has great things to come for her in the future. Obviously, starting with the Money in the Bank briefcase. Next, we have Tiffany Stratton. I think Tiffany Stratton has had a solid year so far. I wouldn't say it's been great, but since she's a world champion, I kind of can't put her a little lower than this. I feel like this is a great spot for her, because as champion, she's improved in everything that she was struggling in. But there is part of me that kind of gets annoyed with Tiffany at times, especially on the microphone. I'm not a huge fan of what she says on the mic. And then her charisma, I don't get it. She is over as hell with the crowd. She is so over with the crowd. The crowd loves her whenever her music hits. It's Tiffy time! And then here comes Tiffany Stratton, and then the whole crowd goes berserk. I don't understand it, but it is what it is. Tiffany Stratton, obviously she is very good in the ring. She has the charisma. I think it's just the mic skills that she is working on right now, because I can't get behind her personally, because I'm not a huge fan of what she says. So it is what it is. But yeah, I think Tiffany Stratton is on the cusp of breaking out into a full-on star. That Charlotte Flair match she had at WrestleMania did not do it for me, unfortunately. Charlotte Flair had a reputation of putting people over, and that reputation obviously has become to a halt. I don't really think that she put over Tiffany Stratton in any way. I think Tiffany Stratton kind of carried that match in some regard. But yeah, Charlotte Flair is obviously towards the end of her career, and spoiler alert, she's not on this list. I don't think Charlotte Flair is a top superstar and our women's superstar in WWE at the moment. She hasn't done anything plausible for like a long time, and she's not in anything plausible at the moment. So there is nothing going on for Charlotte, and I couldn't justify putting her on this list. But Tiffany Stratton, on the other hand, I really do think that she is right there in a certain way. She's right there on just taking off. But I think her biggest weakness right now is her mic skills. It's something that needs to be worked on. In my number 6 position, I have Stephanie Vaquer. Now, Stephanie Vaquer, she has been really, really good since coming up to the main roster, and I love everything about Stephanie Vaquer. She is a fantastic in-ring worker. She has fantastic charisma. The crowd loves her. And then I think just the mic skills is something she's got to work on, but that's something we've already known. We knew that going into this, that she wasn't going to be a great microphone talker right away, because obviously she's got to work on the language a little bit, and that's just something that comes with being a foreign wrestler. Sometimes you're just not as fluent in English as others are, so she's just got to work on that a little bit. But when she cuts a promo in Spanish, it is a great promo. I just know damn well, even though I can't understand what she's saying, she has the charisma to make me believe in what she's saying. It has that charisma to make me understand what she's saying, you know? And it's all about the charisma. She has charisma, and it's fantastic. And then she is, on top of her being probably one of, if not the best in-ring worker, I mean, behind her and maybe Io Sky, I don't know, it's just them two, I think, are up there on that upper echelon of in-ring ability right now. I think she is definitely one of the best, if not the best, as I said. So I really do enjoy watching Stephanie Vaquer. I hope they give her something a little bit more, you know, of substance soon, because right now she doesn't really have much going for her. So if that's going for Io Sky's championship again, I would not mind that. That could be a great Evolution 2 match, or and maybe add someone else to that match, which I'll get into a little bit later. But yeah, I think Stephanie Vaquer just needs something to going for her right now. She needs a little bit of substance, and I would not mind her being thrown right into the main event scene, because I think she's right there. I mean, there's no reason to start her in the mid card. She is already up there in terms of like charisma, people caring about her. I think right now the mid card is more for the people who you're trying to get to have the fans care about, but Stephanie, the fans already care about her, so it's like there's no reason in hell to start her in the mid card when she should already be in the world title picture. And there's an argument to be made that she could easily be a world champion right now, and should be. I mean, she's just that damn good. At my number 5 position, I have Io Sky. Now, basically everything I said about Stephanie Vaquer is kind of the same about Io Sky. I mean, they're almost the same wrestler in my opinion. I mean, the only difference is that Io Sky is world champion right now. Unfortunately, though, ever since WrestleMania, Io Sky's reign has been kind of ass. There has been nothing going on for her lately at all, and it's unfortunate because we don't even get to really see her. This past Monday Night Raw was the first time, I want to say in a long time, that we've actually seen her out in the arena. Like, she had been cutting backstage promos for like the longest time, and her promos would only take like a minute max, not even. And so just getting to see her a little bit more, and they were finally going to be starting that Liv Morgan feud, it seemed, and then Liv Morgan ended up getting injured that same night, which was very unfortunate for her. But it leaves Io Sky with like nothing to do right now, and which I believe having her have a match with Stephanie Vaquer, I think would be an absolute classic of a match at Evolution 2, and it's something they should look at doing. I mean, seriously, she needs something of substance, and she's in the same situation Stephanie's in. She just has nothing going on for her right now, and it's unfortunate. This world title in general has just not been booked well for like the last, I want to say its entire like life. It has not been booked well at all. Even when Rhea had it the first time, it just had not been booked well at all. And in my opinion, I don't know, it was just one of those championships, just you barely see it. I think you see the World Tag Team Champions, the ones that Kofi and Xavier have, more than the Women's World Championship. How is that a thing? The Tag Team Championship should be the thing that's featured the least on Raw, and the Women's World Championship should be featured probably the second most behind the Men's World Championship, or if not the same amount. You know, it should be featured around the same amount as the men's, and it's barely seen at all. At least Gunther and Jay would have in-ring segments, matches almost every single Monday Night Raw, but you barely got to see her at all, which she has the in-ring ability, she has the charisma, just do the whatever the hell that thing is, and then her talking, it'll get there. I mean, obviously, I don't know if it'll get there, but she's working on it, okay? She's working on it, but yeah, she's great, but she just needs substance right now. In my number 4 position, I have Becky Lynch. Now, I was not expecting Becky Lynch to be as good as she was coming back from her hiatus that she had been on, but oh my god, Becky Lynch was missed. She provides a new heel at the mid-card level right now, which is where they have her. She could easily go into the main event scene with the snap of your finger and nobody would blink an eye. I mean, she's just that damn good. She put over Lyra Valkyria, and I'm sure eventually Lyra will win that belt back. It is only a matter of time before she does. But yes, Becky Lynch, phenomenal talent. She is just a phenomenal talent. She deserves her flowers. She is just that damn good. And then the fact that she's also a future first ballot Hall of Famer, that is no questions asked. She is just so damn good. But this is about, like, right now, her past few months. I think she's done a really, really good job since coming back from WrestleMania. I think her heel turn was done so well. I thought it was kind of unexpected, honestly. I was not expecting a heel turn from Becky Lynch right there and then. It was kind of surprising, to say the least, but I'm behind it. I liked it. It was a fun little twist of events, and it set up a fantastic feud between her and Lyra Valkyria, which ended up having two phenomenal matches, and two that you could arguably say stole the show on both PLEs, which is hard to do for a women's match in general because they don't get enough love in general, but let alone that being on match cards that had like John Cena and Randy Orton going at it, and then a fantastic men's Money in the Bank ladder match, and then capping that off with that abysmal main event. Let's just not even talk about that. But yeah, Becky Lynch, she's just so damn good, and she deserves her flowers. In my number 3 position, I have Bianca Belair. Now, at this point, it kind of comes down to popularity. Who are the most popular wrestlers right now? And Bianca Belair is easily the 3rd most popular wrestler right now. It comes down to this at that point. Everyone has the entire package. Like, up until maybe, I want to say Becky Lynch, these last 4, they have the entire package. It just comes down to popularity. Who is the most popular out of all of these 4? And Bianca Belair, I want to say, is more popular than Becky Lynch at the moment. So that is kind of why I give this to Bianca Belair. I hope to God when she comes back, she is like gets put into that main event picture right away, gets a world title opportunity right away. I mean, yes, she's back, but she's not really back, okay? She's injured still. She's technically still injured. She's not medically cleared yet to compete. So I hope she gets thrusted right into that Jade Cargill-Naomi feud, and I hope it's when Naomi has the world championship at that point. Because I don't want to see them just have Naomi hold on to this briefcase forever. There's just no reason to. Just give it to let Naomi cash in immediately, because Tiffany's had this world championship since the beginning of the year, so almost half a year now at this point. I mean, at this point, I think it's time for Tiffany's reign to kind of come to an end soon. In my opinion, I haven't really been a fan of her reign, so perfect. You got a perfect person right there, Naomi, to, cash in on her. But yes, Bianca Belair, she's easily one of the most popular, and she's fantastic in everything she does. I really enjoy watching Bianca Belair. She is just a great talent. She is a great talent, and yes, catapult her to the main event picture when she returns. Please, she needs to be there. Not some meaningless feud that's in the mid-card or meaningless feud that's not for a world championship. She needs another world championship match, and an argument could be made that she should win. It really could be made. In my number 2 position, I have Liv Morgan. Liv Morgan has just made this entire women's division hers this past year. She has done a fantastic job getting over with the crowd, being a phenomenal in-ring worker, being easily the best mic talker out of every single woman in the division. She is easily the best on the mic. And then just the fact that she is just a great heel. I mean, I think a lot of it comes to from working with Dom. I think Dom's obviously kind of helped her understand a little bit more of the heel side of things. Don't get me wrong, obviously Liv Morgan knows how to be a heel, but working with Dom adds another extra heat to you, so you gotta obviously go with it, and you gotta really end up doing more things with the heat, and she took off with it. She's done a phenomenal job with it. I am under the impression that this Dom and Liv pairing, though obviously it has not been the best for them, I think Liv would have been a lot more interesting and better off if they had just went a different route and not had them go together. I think that would have been more interesting in my opinion. I think Liv Morgan would have been a hell of a lot more interesting of a character if they didn't do that, because it kind of just took away from all the momentum she had going into SummerSlam. And I am under the impression she should have held on to that world championship. I'm not saying that. She did a phenomenal job, but I do think that Dom's kind of taken away from her, and she's kind of taken away from Dom. It hasn't been a great pairing in my opinion. So it is what it is, but this is all about Liv. I think Liv has just done a fantastic job. Unfortunately, this tag team championship reign, I'm assuming it'll come to an end But if not, they might hand the title to Roxanne, which could be a blessing in disguise. You never know. It could add to more tension between the Judgment Day once Liv Morgan comes back, because who knows? She might have stolen Raquel Rodriguez at that point. Who knows? It might give Raquel something of substance to do, you know, instead of being Instead of being Liv Morgan's lackey. I think it'll give her something to do, you know. Anyway, I really do enjoy Liv Morgan. She has easily catapulted herself into my favorite women's wrestler right now, and it's unfortunate that she's gone right now. I'm gonna miss her. She has just done a fantastic job. And in my number one position, I think it comes to no surprise, Rhea Ripley. I mean, is there any question about who the number one person in WWE, the women's roster, is? I mean, you could even say WWE. I mean, she might be genuinely the most popular person in all of WWE. She's just that damn good. She has the charisma. I don't know where all of these fans all of a sudden came from, but holy shit, dude. Her popularity has skyrocketed. She's easily the most popular women's wrestler, but I would not say that she's the best right now. But she is 100% is because of her popularity. I mean, it's her popularity that is carrying this ranking for her. I mean, she's easily the most popular, and it's not even close. I mean, it is not even close. She is more popular than a lot of the men's wrestlers, and she is more popular than men's wrestlers that you would not expect her to be more popular than, like a Seth Rollins, like a CM Punk, like a John Cena. Right now, she is more popular than some of those people, and it is kind of insane. She is so damn popular right now that there is just no one touching her in terms of number one. She is the number one person, and there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. I do like Rhea, but it's like, ever since SummerSlam, I don't know, there's just been something different about her. I have not been a fan with it, and that kind of comes down to the whole Liv and Dom split thing. It just messed everything up, in my opinion. It messed up Rhea, it messed up Liv, it messed up Dom. I mean, it messed them all up, in my opinion, and Rhea is still recovering, in my opinion, from that whole disaster that happened. I wasn't a fan of the split, in my opinion. Don't get me wrong, Liv Dom has been okay, but I haven't been a fan of the pairing, really. And I'm not a Rhea Dom person. I think Dom should have went solo, in my opinion. Rhea go solo, it'd just be a different type of thing going on, you know? Rhea trying to win back Dom, blah, 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 and instead of being super pissed off at him. I don't know. It didn't look good at all after SummerSlam. It really didn't. And in my opinion, I think Rhea is obviously still trying to regain herself from that, and then losing Priest as well to Smackdown. That's obviously hurt her a little bit as well. There's just a lot that goes into Rhea that has just not been good lately, but at the same time, though, you can't argue with her just being so damn popular, man. I have not seen a women's wrestler be this damn popular ever. I mean, seriously, she might be the most popular women's wrestler of all time. I'm not even kidding. She is, like, right there. She is literally right there. There is no ifs, ands, or buts about it. She's just that damn good. Now that concludes my ranking of the top 10 best women in WWE at the moment. Now, obviously, this is a little bit more biased than you would think. I mean, I'm trying my best here not to make it biased, but who knows, you guys might think this is biased. I mean, I don't know. This is just the way I see it, so I guess there's a little bit of bias here, but again, I would love to hear what you guys have to say about it down below in the comment section. If you agree or disagree with my rankings, if you would change anybody, like position-wise, if you would switch someone in and out with somebody else. Who knows? There's a lot of honorable mentions here, like Alexa Bliss. She could have easily made this. Charlotte Flair could have made this. But yeah, please tell me down below if you guys think that I have a good ranking, and I will see you guys next time.